Shalom, greetings. I'm getting more and more people say to me it's just a question of believing in Messiah, and that's all it amounts to, is just professing that you are a Christian. Yep, just say you're a Christian, you believe in Messiah, and you'll get saved. Is it as simple as that, folks? Is it really? I could read books on medicine and profess to be a doctor. The question is, am I approved to practice? Some very interesting scriptures in the letters of John, before Revelation, the letters. Look at 1 John 4:15. Right. Whoever confesses that Messiah is the Son of God, God abides in him, and he in God. You see, Trinitarians don't confess that. What do they confess? That Messiah is eternal Son and God himself. Think very carefully on that, 1 John 4:15. Now we turn the page to 2 John chapter 1, the short letter, chapter 1, verse 9 of 2 John. Notice this point very carefully. Anyone who goes ahead and does not abide in the doctrine of the Christ does not have God. He who abides in the doctrine of Christ has both the Father and the Son. If anyone comes to you and does not bring this doctrine, the true doctrine, Father, Son, separate, don't receive him into your house or give him any greeting. You see, in the early days, in the first century, towards the end of the first century, Gnostics were entering into the body, right? And the church, the so-called church today, is contaminated with Gnosticism. Particularly, they misinterpret John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. They don't understand Hebraic mindset. To say Messiah is Yahweh, Jehovah, is, in one word, blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy. Disobeying the first commandment, you must not have any other gods in my face. Now Paul warned about this in Galatians chapter 1. Right? Here we go. Galatians chapter 1 verse 6. Paul says, I'm astonished you're so quickly deserting him who called you in the grace of Christ and turning to a different gospel. Not that there is another gospel, but there are some who trouble you and want to pervert the gospel of Christ. What is the gospel of Christ? That a man, the last Adam, rescued the human race through suffering and obedience. He was not God incarnate. And you get cults like JWs, and they're not the only ones, who say Messiah was pre-existent as Michael the Archangel. Now we'll notice this point. We'll continue on in Galatians chapter 1. I've got to find this. Yeah. Verse 8, Galatians 1 verse 8. Even if we, the apostles, or an angel from heaven, should preach to you a gospel contrary to that which we preach to you, let him be what? Accursed. Even if an angel from heaven. Well, you JWs, etc., and followers of Ellen G. White, etc., are listening to demons. Because Paul says so simply there, if an angel from heaven declares good news to you. Do you get that point? Dwell on that very carefully. You have to have both the Father and the Son. Recognize, as one translation says, the Antichrist is this, the one that says Messiah was not fully human. Get away from this reincarnation Buddhist crap that either the Father came down and invaded a woman's womb, or an angel came down. It's pure devilish. The two-card trick the devil has played. Very few people in this world realize the man, Yahushua Mashiach, Jesus Christ you call him, was a real man. A prophet like Moses. Deuteronomy 18 verse 18 I think it is, isn't it? That Moses said, the Father would raise a prophet like me, and you must listen to his voice. Isn't it quite ridiculous that we've gone into this Greek crap, believing that some former spirit person, whether it be God himself or an angel, came down and became man? That's pure ridiculous. And moreover, blasphemy. Be blessed.